Alrighty guys, welcome back to some Scotland TV for some Scottish football news regarding the national team. Now ignore all that shite there on the right hand side about tennis, golf and especially cricket. Nobody is here to see that. What we're here to see is though, Paul Mcginn, big fucking Paul Mcginn, the legendary Paul Mcginn, the guy that is sought after by teams such as PSG and Real Madrid, the £1 million man. The £100 million man, should I say, Paul Mcginn, yes, that legendary player, that amazing footballer, the guy that could single-handedly take any nation, including San Marino, to a World Cup. Paul Mcginn, a Hibernian, has been called up to the Scotland team, and there's no point Austria even turning up now. I reckon Austria should just stay at home, we don't have to travel out, and just give us the 3 points, because how could you possibly beat a team that's got Paul Mcginn in it? Mcginn for the win. That's what we're going to hashtag this title. Mcginn for the win, I think. Right, all joking aside, man, how's this happened? How the fuck has Paul Mcginn got anywhere near the Scotland call-up? I don't get it. So the big news is Fraser, Mclean. I mean, the best thing Kenny McLean's done is sharing the name with Bruce Willis, you know. McLean for Die Hard. Apart from that, I don't rate the guy. I think he's pish. People saying that we missed him big time in the Euros. Personally, I don't think so. If McLean was never out injured, we wouldn't have had Billy Gilmore. So, I mean, you know, McLean, the best thing for Scotland to happen was actually for McLean to get injured. And that's a fucking fact. Sorry if that feels harsh or whatever, but, you know, it is what it is. And Patterson, Rangers' Nathan Patterson, arguably best player on the pitch against Moldova. I say best player on the pitch, to be honest. Everybody on the pitch should have been getting like 10 out of 10s in that game. It's embarrassing that we only won 1-0. I don't even know if someone deserves to be called the best player on the pitch after we only beat them 1-0, but he was one of the least shite players on the pitch, right? We'll put it that way. He was one of the least shite players on the pitch against Moldova. So these 3 are out through injury, it appears. Ruled out for injury, so it is what it is. They ain't going to feature Fraser, Mclean, Patterson. And that tells me that Stephen O'Donnell then will be guaranteed to start, because Patterson's the only other natural right back. Plus, there is the option that Fraser would maybe play there, since when he played right wing back in the last 10 minutes against Denmark, or the last 20 minutes against Denmark, he actually looked good in that position. We actually looked promising going forward and stuff. I wouldn't mind experimenting with Fraser at right wing back again, but it's not going to happen in this match. And Stevie O'Donnell is going to be coming back into the team now. He played great against England, right? I've no concerns. He was great against England in the Euros, but the problem is he was shit against Croatia and Czech Republic. So what kind of Stevie O'Donnell are we going to get? Are we going to get the guy that, you know, should have put one past Pickford, or are we going to get the guy that, you know, looked fucking horrible against the Eastern European teams? That's what remains to be seen. But Fraser, Kenny McLean, Nathan Patterson, all ruled out. And uncapped Hibernian defender Paul Mcginn has been called up for Tuesday's crucial World Cup qualifier. Crucial World Cup qualifier. And who's the first? Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters? No, we ain't calling Ghostbusters. We're calling Paul Mcginn the net buster. Is he going to bust the net against Austria? The only way he's busting the net is if he fucking sits down and lets the Austrians go through and score. I don't know why the guy's been called up, to be honest. Steve Clarke came out and said, I had 7 or 8 doubts after the game on Saturday, so losing 3 is not the worst outcome. How can 3 players being getting ruled out after one game? How's that no a big deal? How's that? I mean, I don't get that. I don't. Especially if he's talking about injury here, because he says these players are missing out through injury. But 7 or 8, that would suggest like COVID level numbers. But he says that he had 7 or 8 doubts through injury. That makes no sense to me. The head coach added it was almost impossible to call up reinforcements given the schedule of the 3 games in 6 days, along with COVID testing deadlines for each match. Why not? I mean, how hard can it fucking be? I mean, surely players would love to play for their country. Call them up, man, and get them out to the first flight to Vienna. Call me up. I'll pack my job in, Steve Clarke, and I'll come over to Austria. So Scotland 90. I'll show you how it's done. Just hand me an Xbox controller, and we'll be banging in goals all night long. Paul is not the first player we've tried to call up over the course of the camp, explained Clarke. So basically what Clarke's saying is, look, we know Paul McGinn's shite. We'd no intentions of calling up Paul Mcginn, but he's the only player we could get our hands on. You know, sometimes, like, you go in, late November, you might go into a shop looking for an advent calendar. You want something nice like a Dairy Milk or a Galaxy or a Milky Bar, but they're all sold out and you have to settle for some shitey off-brand chocolate advent calendar. That's exactly what's happening here with Paul Mcginn. We're getting the shite off-brand defender that nobody knows outside a couple of Hibs fans. So I'm not happy about that. He talks more shite about COVID. I don't want to hear about COVID. Fuck COVID, right? Fuck COVID. Scotland are third in Group F, a point ahead of it. Yeah, I mean, I think we're in trouble. If Israel go and beat Austria again, then we need to beat Austria here to give ourselves a legit chance of going through. Depending on other results, unless we beat Austria, then we really are relying on Israel not beating Austria. And at the moment, I think Israel, looks superior to Austria, and I would probably fancy Israel to do the double on them. So for me, this is a massive game, right? There's no point going here hoping, well, a point would be a good result, Nah, fuck that. We need to go here and win. Honestly, I think we need to go here and win. I'd rather risk it and lose than sit back and settle for a point. Because like I say, a point's no good. A point keeps Austria behind us. But at the moment, I'm more worried about Israel getting further ahead. So, yeah, it is what it is. Denmark have topped the group. We all know that. Steve Clarke continues to say he's happy. I mean, fuck off, Steve Clarke. We only beat Moldova 1-0. How can you be happy about that? I'm not happy. You shouldn't be happy. Nobody watching this video should be happy. The whole of Scotland should be unhappy, right? Forget the fact that the country is full of junky bastards. The fact that we could only beat Moldova 1-0, that is a cause for concern, right? Nicola Sturgeon can want to close the country down due to COVID. I'd close the country down due to us being shite. To only beat Moldova 1-0, simply unacceptable. And hopefully we make up. If we go out and beat Austria 3-0, I'll forget about the Moldova game. But I don't see that happening, guys. I will make a match preview tomorrow or maybe later tonight. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. I'll definitely make one, but I just don't know when it's going to happen. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed. Comment down below. What do you make of Paul Mcginn? Does he deserve this call-up? Do you even know who he is? That is the real question. Do you even know who Paul Mcginn is? There's about 25 Mcginns that play for Hibs, so I don't know, did we get a good one or did we get one of the shite ones? Let us know down below in the comments down below. And until next time, peace.